What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me. Before I go into the gym, it's snowing here in the Motor City. It's coming down a bit harder than I thought it would be. You know, I don't mind the snow too much. Yeah, I do. I'm lying. I do mind the snow. I'm not going to hold you up. I think that once I stopped playing in the snow, I started hating the snow. So let me get over here and get this shit off of me, man. Well, I can tell you this much. We are getting, and this is no shot at California, but we are getting the extreme opposite of what California is getting. While they're getting hot temperatures and very harsh conditions due to the fires, we're getting snow over here on this side of the continent. And I don't know, it's kind of being weird right now in terms of weather. I got some peeps in Atlanta that hit me up to let me know, sending me pictures about the snow that they're getting down there in Georgia. And that's not something that they used to. It's a couple young, loud guys. That's okay, though. Shout out to them for coming to the gym, man. There's various different places that they could be that are far less productive to the gym. So they come in here to the gym with that energy. So I appreciate that. Salute to them. But in terms of California, remember I was saying about accountability, and I really didn't think there would be any, and that I believe that the citizens are gonna just put these same people back in office. Well, we're starting to get a sign of things to come. The mayor, Karen Bass, she stood on a podium giving some presser, and when she was asked the question that we all knew that was going to be asked, how could she make these budget cuts that she did, 17.5 million, when it came to the fire department, when it was fire season the way that it was. And this woman claimed, I kid you not, I so wish I was bullshitting you. This woman said that none of the cuts that she made had any impact on the current situation. Are you out of your mind? This woman, they have no water in the fire hydrants. All right, they have no water in the fire hydrants. They have no staff because, remember, they laid off people who didn't want to take the jab. So they have a heavily impacted staff, and they have limited funding to pay the bodies that they have. But none of the decisions that she made had an impact. None of them. I can't wait to hear what Newsom has to say. I'm sure he's going to say something like not signing the agreement to get them water could have helped this situation. The reservoir, I seen it. It was empty for repairs. It had been emptied out for some kind of repairs before this situation happened. Who made this call? It's crazy how no one is actually taking blame for anything. Blame is constantly being shifted by the people who we believe are the faces of the scenario. Blame is being shifted, but it's being shifted off to just wherever. It's just being shifted off to the side. Nobody's actually standing up and saying, I take full responsibility for my part in this. Everyone's just shifting blame. And, this is why I say you have to stop hiring these type of people. People that only want to take credit when stuff is up and pass the blame when things are down, those are not good leaders. That is absolutely a poor leader, or one would say no leader at all. That's what I would say. I'd say a person that only wants to step up and be seen when stuff is good, but they want to step into the background and become invisible when stuff is messed up, they're no leader at all. Stop hiring these weak, woke ideology people. Stop voting these people in. Stop putting these people in key decision-making positions, because it's not working out. Look what's happening. I mean, I hate to like beat a dead horse here, but it just cannot be repeated enough, in my opinion. The outcome of this situation has been horrible. This is, we can't even say this has been the worst case scenario. This has been far worse than the worst case scenario. We have a scenario that people couldn't even fathom. I'm gonna step out here into the snow again, y'all. I just want to take in the snow for a bit. And look, it's sticking a bit. I don't know if it'll still stick because we've gotten a bit of snow lately and it doesn't really stick. It kind of lingers around for a little bit. We drive it up and then it's gone. We haven't gotten any really heavy snows this winter. Well, we may have gotten like one, but it only lasted like half a day or overnight, something like that. But yeah, this is worst case scenario. It's worse than worst case scenario, as I was saying, because this is a situation that nobody's seen coming. Well, no, people saw it coming. We know who those people were. And because they were people on the opposite side of the aisle, their warnings were not taken seriously. And that's another problem that politics has to fix. And it's not just the left that does this dumb stuff. It's the right that does this dumb stuff too. If there is an idea that is thrown out there, no matter how much the idea makes sense, the other side of the aisle shoots it down out of spite because they didn't come up with the idea. They have to stop doing this. Like, really. We have to get competent people in place that are willing to work with the other side for the betterment of the people. Because if you just stubbornly refuse to accept any idea from the other side, just simply because it came from the other side, you are not operating in the capacity of serving the people. You're just being honorary for the hell of it. So, I mean, we all know this because this is out there. 5 years ago, Trump started to warn them. This is when Trump was still in office the first time. He started to warn them about what would happen if they didn't make certain changes. Not only did they not make the necessary changes, they started doing things in the opposite of what he recommended. They cut the funding to clean up the brush. They cut the funding to rake up leaves, to, clean up the forest areas. They were worried about protecting the animals. And I'm not saying that the animals, it's not important to protect them. Of course it is. But when we start prioritizing animals over humans, that's a problem. You have to figure out a way to do both. You can't be like, oh, okay, well, because what's happening for the animals now, right? What's happening for the animals now? I mean, you made these boneheaded decisions for the sake of protecting the animals, right? And there's a train. There you guys have it. If you were wondering where the noise in this video was going to come from, there you have it. There's some train tracks right over there. But it was for the sake of the animals, but it's not like they're safe now, right? It's no telling what's happened to the wildlife over in these wooded areas that have just been decimated by the fire. So the idea of protecting the animals, it was a flawed one. You sacrificed protecting people for the sake of protecting the animals, and you failed to do either. Ultimately, you failed to do either. Both are screwed. So I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think about this update, man. We're getting snow here in the Motor City. My peeps down here in Georgia is getting snow. I don't know how much further down the snow extends, but we getting snow. And over there on the other side of the continent, man, they dealing with harsh conditions. It's a weird time right now. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. Let me get in here and hit this workout up. Talk to y'all later. Peace.